Hey guys, so in this video we are going to take a deep dive into the settings that I use to get the smoothest, most realistic looking TV style like footage in Cricket 22. So first up, from the main menu you have to go into the settings. Now we will go into the general settings and we'll see a lot of tabs. All these are really important for the smoothest looking game. So we'll go one by one. Under gameplay, score HUD on or you'll not be seeing the scores. Obviously turn it on. Replace all. Units of measurement, depending on whether you like miles per hour, kilometers per hour. You choose whatever is your preferred format. Score format, if you want the global universal looking scorecard, go for runs, wickets, or if you like the Australian way of showing the scorecard, go for wickets and runs. Coming to ball trail, a lot of content creators turn it on, but it really is distracting and take away from that realistic looking game. Turn it off straight away. It doesn't look that good when you're watching it on live stream or on someone's channel. It doesn't look that great. Assisted fielding is a bit controversial. I know a lot of people like to do manual fielding, but as I said, we are going for as close to the TV style presentation. So if you are choosing manual fielding, then take away that immersion with that cutscenes of fielding, the slow motion. So turn it fully assisted to get the TV style presentation. Running HUD, turn it on next. And then fielding radar. So this is a bit of an issue because if you turn it off, you'll not be aware of where the fielders are straight away on screen. And if you turn it on, it will break the immersion. So the best way is to put this option to field change. So whenever there is a change in field, the field radar will show up. Additionally, before every ball you can press the LT and RT on your control to look around. That is a better method, and it also makes the game a bit difficult and realistic, so put it on field change. Fielding radar tooltips, turn it off, and then you have the rest of the stuff. You can just copy it from here. Make sure to deselect these three. AI selects human field, AI selects human bowlers. You don't want AI to select those stuff for you, and straight away turn off the enable emotes offline stuff. It will show up some weird emojis when you're pressing buttons. Turn it off straight away when you get the game. Going to the controls tab, this really depends on whether you're using a keyboard or a controller. Since I'm using a controller, I'll always go with Pro Batting Control. For me, this provides a much better or much all-round batting experience, and also there are certain shots like the lofter chip shots which are not available when you are using the arcade control. Do let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section about this. Now coming to pace bowling control, once again, if you're using a keyboard, then I think you are only allowed to use the arcade control, which is another handicap because there are certain grounds due to the dimensions of which you are not able to put the pitch marker on certain areas because the pitch is not visible when certain fast bowlers are bowling. So that is an issue with arcade control, but unfortunately for keyboard users there are no other options. So if it is possible, get a controller because that's the best way to play this game or any other sports game. So get a controller if it's possible, otherwise, well, you have to stick with this. Cameras play the biggest role in making the game look as close to the TV style as possible. I know a lot of you guys like playing with the camera behind the batsman. That is fine because that helps in picking the ball better. It also looks good graphically, but mind you, we are going for TV style presentation. So these are the camera settings that make the game as close as possible with the limitation that is in the game. So, and choose these camera settings and see how it is running for you. And then there is a small little option for filters. This is a neat trick if you are playing an older era game like a game from 1980s. What you can do is go to the filters and choose a retro option. Let me just show you. Choose a retro option, so it will have a nice little retro filter and the game looks a bit like the 70s or 60s. So do try it out if you're playing an old era game. Other than that, leave the settings just like what it is on the screen. Coming to audio, if you are a content creator, definitely turn down the menu music to 0 because you'll get into copyright issues with the third-party music playing in the background. Also, if you're someone who likes to do commentary over the gameplay, turn the commentary down to 0 because it's really irritating to hear your sound and then the commentator's sound both combined. It's not that great, so turn it down to 0. Other than that, all the settings, well, they're not that important. Just choose whatever you like. the on-field sound, the player vocals. It's just your preference, do whatever you want. And you also have the option to select the commentators that you want. So in my opinion, turn everything off. Commentary is not that great, unfortunately. It gets repetitive very fast and it is downright wrong in many occasions, so turn it off straight away. The accessibility tab is something that people skip over, but thanks to Twisty3, the Australian content creator, I've learned a neat little trick, that is generic pitch marker color. Change this to black and all the pitch marker colors will be in black. For those who are dependent on the pitch marker color to pick the length, this might be a bit difficult, but you will realize that this will pay off in the long run as far as the aesthetics of the game is concerned. It looks really good, blends in really well rather than all the random colors for various pitch marker length. So change it to black and trust me, it really looks good, especially if you're playing Big Bash League or the 100 competition. Coming to graphics, it really depends on what system or what the capability of your system is, so make a decision based on that. I'll just run through my graphics settings. Resolution, I'm using a widescreen, so 1440. You can choose 1080 or 720 if you want, but the game will not look that good if you go under 1080, so at the bare minimum keep it at 1080. Character detail is highest detail. Obviously I want the best looking game, so I have gone for the highest details in character details. Then you have shadows. Let me just get to it. Okay, when you have shadows, if you are experiencing some crashes, then disable it or put it on low quality. For me it's not an issue, so high quality. Other than that, all the settings you can copy it from here. And well, obviously if you are experiencing lag or low FPS, you can change it to low quality. All these settings, especially crowd quality, you can turn it to low quality. It doesn't really affect the game because the crowd is not part of the gameplay if you really think about it. So if you're experiencing issues with your frame rates or if you can't run the game smoothly, turn to low quality. Also change the crowd capacity to low or empty, which means the stadium will be empty, but obviously it will make the game run a bit smoother. Full screen borderless VSync, turn it on to avoid any screen tearing issues. And then we have auto letterboxing, check it. And finally we have gamma. Let me just show you. If you turn off the VSync, you can get more frames per second, but it will come at the expense of screen tearing most of the time, so turn it on. Then coming to gamma, basically speaking, if you push it to the right side, you will have a brighter looking game, or if you push it to the left side, you will have a slightly darker looking game. I prefer mine slightly to the left because I like a bit of a darker tone to my games, or you can just leave it in between for a neutral effect. So for me it's a couple of pushes to the left, and that is it for the settings. So do try the settings out and do let me know if you are facing any trouble or if you need any suggestions based on your system. So if you have enjoyed this video and found this useful, don't forget to subscribe, press like, share with your friends. Until the next time, it's goodbye from me. Take care.